How does the ROG Phone 8 Pro compare to its predecessor, the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate, that Asus unveiled at CES 2024? The fact that the upgraded ROG Phone 8 Pro has a faster processor than the original should not be shocking, but there are many more benefits. Asus has taken a different approach with the ROG Phone 8 Pro, moving away from the traditional gaming phone and towards something more akin to a 2024 flagship. The ROG Phone 8 Pro is more than just a facelift, though. The Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro and the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate are different in the following ways. Starting with the appearance, the Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro is a whole different animal than the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. The ROG Phone 8 Pro lacks the signature edgy gamer's aesthetic of the earlier models in the series, such as the 7 Ultimate, which features bold LED lighting, lines, and patterns, with features like a nearly bezel-less display, an IP68 dust and water resistance rating, and a glass rear with a textured matte finish. The ROG Phone 8 Pro actually looks a lot more like a standard 2024 flagship than any gaming phone before. It weighs 225 grams and has a thickness of 8.9 mm, placing it comfortably in the regular flagship range. Since it is still a gaming phone, Asus has equipped the back of the device with a new Mi Vision panel that has 341 programmable LEDs. When the phone screen is down, the panel can serve as a notification LED and show both preloaded and custom animations. But when it's not in use, it disappears almost completely, contributing to the minimalist aesthetic that Asus is aiming for with the 8 Pro. With a 50 megapixels primary, 13 megapixels ultra-wide, and 32 megapixels telephoto lens, the camera technology, which is typically not a priority for gaming phones, is also clearly more of an emphasis. Performance is the main focus of gaming phones, so it should come as no surprise that the more recent ROG Phone 8 Pro has more power than the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. However, it remains to be seen how much of a difference this makes in actual use cases. However, the ROG Phone 8 Pro sounds impressive on paper. It features the newest top-tier Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset from Qualcomm, which can support up to 24 gigs of RAM and 1 TB of UFS 4.0 storage. Conversely, the year-old Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, which comes with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage as standard, powers the ROG Phone 7 Pro. That translates to 30% more CPU power and 25% more GPU power year over year, according to Asus, which should result in even more frames per second in your favorite games. This is combined with the recently released game Kool-Aid Advanced Thermal System, which maintains temperature under pressure and allows for extended gaming sessions. Thanks to the Gen AI-focused chipset, the ROG Phone 8 Pro also has some awesome Gen AI features. For example, you can create ROG-style wallpapers directly on the device, and it leverages LLMs to greatly simplify content searching. Although the Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro appears to be an all-around improvement over the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate, this isn't always the case. One of the most amazing features of the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate, direct cooling, has been eliminated by the company in an effort to flagshipify the ROG Phone 8 Pro with IP68 dust and water resistance. Put simply, the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate featured a portal that, when combined with the included Aero Active Cooler 7, allowed for direct cooling of the internal components. Long gaming sessions are ideal for the quick, efficient cooling process made possible by the internal access, especially when playing demanding games like Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Mobile, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Nevertheless, it was eliminated a year after it was introduced because open ports allow dust and water to enter. We can't help but wonder if a direct port would have made it easier to maintain 60 frames per second gameplay on Genshin Impact for an hour, as claimed by Asus, when utilizing the new Aero Active Cooler X. The battery capacity of the ROG Phone 8 Pro is clearly one of the compromises made in order to make it lighter and slimmer than the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. To be fair to Asus, the ROG Phone 8 Pro has a larger battery than most of the competitors, 5500 mAh, but in our review, we weren't as impressed with the 6000 mAh cell found in the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. Although it hasn't been verified, Asus claims that the ROG Phone 8 Pro's increased power efficiency matches the 7 Ultimate's battery life in real-world usage. Whichever you choose, you'll get a charger and 65 watts fast charging technology. However, because the ROG Phone 8 Pro has a smaller battery, it will probably reach 100% faster than the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. Asus has announced that the ROG Phone 8 Pro will be available soon. Pre-orders for the base model start at $1,199, while the top-tier ROG Phone 8 Pro edition, which comes with 24 gigs of RAM and 1 TB of storage, costs a substantial $1,499 in total. In addition, the standard ROG Phone 8 is available for a marginally lower $999. The good news is that if you don't need the newest and greatest technology, the Asus ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is now considerably less expensive than its original £1,199, making it a very appealing substitute for the ROG Phone 8 Pro. Which of these phones do you like best? Write your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, have a nice day and God bless you.